Welcome to One Word Today. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue exploring lookalikes. Yesterday, we talked about a soil that looks extremely like this one. This could be one of the major confusing, or I guess in Chinese tests, they may test you on this. The two soil and this one is sir, pronounced as shi. Looks so similar. The only difference is they reverse or switch the length of the horizontal line. So in soil, the top line is shorter than the bottom line, and shi is reversed. Now, the meaning of shi, well, let's like traditional and 2,000 years ago, exactly the same. Everything stayed constant. By the consistency of how the characters look, we can almost see that this is one of the essential concepts in Chinese. And also, it's simple enough. There's no further way to oversimplify this already super simple concept made of just horizontal lines and one vertical line. So the meaning of it, probably there are different imaginations and interpretations. And I like this one of the third concept. It's made of number 1 plus number 10. Can you tell which is which? The number 1 is the bottom line. That's just 1. We talked about a few episodes ago last week. That's the starting point. That's kind of the Chinese version of Genesis, of the beginning. At the very beginning, there's just 1. And then we have 2. Then we have 3. That's in that sequence. So 1 is a starting point. And then the top, this cross-looking thing that has nothing to do with Christianity, is the rope knotting technique back then to signify once it comes to 10, then we tie a knot over there. So this longer horizontal line is an indicator. It's not a realistic depiction. And even the number 1, this one horizontal line, who said 1 has to be horizontal, right? That's total language and cultural arbitrary thing, that we represent the concept of 1 with one horizontal line versus the numbers, the contemporary digits, we use 1 as just one vertical line, right? So there are such cultural arbitrariness that we are unpacking here. But because we look at language as a system, so we can see the lookalikes from them, the connections or disconnections. Even if soil and sir look similar, they came from different places. And once I explain to you, hopefully it makes more sense of which is which. All right, so sir simply is a Chinese from 1 to 10, means fully developed, grown man, mostly, because language user, a learner back then, mostly man. Women didn't get the chance. I mean, not talking as a woman, 2025. No, actually 2026. I feel very fortunate, born into this age, so that I get to learn the language. It's not a given. It's not probably not in comparison to the past millennials. It's not even the norm. So I'm grateful that I was able to share this language with you. Now come back to sir. So this grown man is marked by from 1 to 10. I view it as in 2 ways. One is it's about the fully developed, grown person from 1 to 10, kind of developmental over time. But the second version of it is this grown person gotta be fully developed in all dimensions, mentally, cognitively, emotionally, socially, physically, of course, gotta be fully developed in all dimensions. So this is a pretty wholesome well-developed man, and they are the people or class can be useful to the ruling class. Okay, a few examples to give you the sense of how 士 played a role in the culture. 士气高涨. We have 士, this sir concept, 气 as air, and Chinese habitually use air to imply energy. So when we talk about the sir, air, that's actually morale. It's people's energy level collectively. That's 士气. Then we have a 高涨. 高 is high rising, at least a 2-floor high buildings. So it's visually higher than usual. And 涨, we see the water sign on the side. That means it's water is rising. So both from the water or from the building, 高 and 涨 in a similar meaning, but then they pair together to double down on the meaning. So 士气高涨 means the rising morals. And this is from the leadership point of view of people who are in their team that made of this sirs. I mean, ancient times is only grown men. And they have the higher energy level collectively to, like, in the beginning or on the front end of some bigger event going to happen. Either it's a battle or it's some major change, that these people are pumped to go out there to execute whatever goal they set. So that's 士气高涨. 士农工商. Now, these are the 4 major careers back then. 士, as a group of people, they don't have, like, 农 means farmers, 工 means craftsmen, 商 means merchants. Everybody have their own special traits and trainings and kind of dedicated either to the farm or to their crafts, make tools, make buildings, everything. You use your hand to make things that's not out of the soil. That's considered 工. And 商 are traders. They don't exactly produce things, but they move things around, right? All of these are essential roles for the society to operate. However, sir, they don't have this particular trade, but they serve as, let's say, the chief communicator, the staff members, or the bureaucracy in ancient times. Kind of a contemporary equivalent of bureaucracy in ancient times, because the ruler is just one person to rule the whole land and the people. This ruler needs a whole class of people to facilitate this ruling, right? So, sir, these educated in all-dimensional grown men, they can serve as a warrior in wartime or as government advisors working in the government. So the whole class of people, well-trained, share the same cultural heritage, trained in the same language, speaking the same language, basically. And then they serve as this interface between ruler and 农工商. Okay, 礼贤. 敬贤礼士. Okay, 敬贤礼士. 敬 means respect. 礼 means treat them with a certain ceremony. And eventually this narrowed down to not only just ceremony, but gifts. So both respect and 礼, this gifting or ceremonial treatment, is behavior expectation of whoever are leading this group of serfs. So 士 is one of them, and 贤 are more like probably higher on the rank of 士, who are more educated, who read a lot of historical books or literature or strategy books to serve as the think tank for leaders, however local, regional, or national level back then. So 礼贤下士 simply is the expectation, or it itself is advice for such leaders to treat their sirs well. Okay, so here is a generic sir look. In British, sir used to be, still is, a title. But in everyday language use, simply it's a respective way of addressing people you probably don't know the name of that person, and addressing them in a polite way. And we can kind of culturally translate 是 as sir. And there you go, 是. Thank you for your time. See you another day.